Okay, let me check. Just gonna welcome everyone to the show. Hello everyone, this is Joe Hilario. You are going to learn all about mobile interactive marketing today, but before you go there, before we really, this is not just an educational show, it's also a show where I interview our guest. Our guest is somebody working for the BPO industry for many, many years, and he is now working at home now. Okay, so he has said goodbye to this thing called graveyard shift, and he's enjoying this time with his brand new baby girl, or second baby girl, I think. And I'm talking about Chuck Cabugoy, and I'll show you his picture in a bit. Please note that while I'm doing this, I'm trying to, ward off Alexa from touching stuff. Okay, just a moment. All right, Alexa, do not touch that. Okay, there's Chuck. Okay, there's Chuck Cabugoy with the two babies, and with me today is another baby girl called Alexa. And what do you think about Alexa? She has no social media presence because I made it that way. So if you can hear me in Webinar Jam, if you can hear me in Facebook Live, let me know by typing something in the chat room, please, and say, yes, I hear you. Yeah. Say, yes, I hear you, something like that. Hi, Teddy. So Chuck will be our main guy for tonight. He's going to tell you his story on how he transitioned after learning from my Instant Virtual Skills program. Okay? So, yeah, you can hear me. Can you type? I can hear you because I don't know. No, I don't know if the people in the webinar jam can actually hear me. Okay? So, by the way, before we really begin and put Chuck in here in the show, he's already here actually. I just want to tell you guys, we also have a show tomorrow. Same one, I'm going to talk about mobile interactive marketing and all the other stuff that I've been teaching you guys for a long time right now. So stay tuned for Chuck to come in, and he's going to tell you his story. He's going to show you pictures from his journey. He doesn't know this. He has pictures himself, but I also have pictures of his journey with me in virtual careers, also called you call it virtual assistants or virtual professionals. Looks. So thank you for joining us, and let me proceed by introducing myself. So tonight, you're gonna learn all about virtual careers and smartphone use, okay? But the only reason why I mentioned smartphone use is because the course I'm making today is called Instant Virtual Skills 2018. It's all about smartphone technology and how virtual assistants can leverage on the tech that's growing inside our pockets, and how if you're entertaining the thought, hey, I want to work online, I want to earn from the internet, but I don't want to sell anything, I just want to work for someone. Now you can actually do that right now with the minimum requirement of Instagram marketing. Now, if Instagram marketing is not something that appeals to you because you have no idea what that is, or you feel you have to be beautiful for looking to do Instagram, which is not true, then there are other technologies out there that you can leverage using cell phones, okay, or smartphones. So before I go into that today and to the interview with Chuck, please let me introduce myself. My name is Chomer Hilario. I'm the founder of this training program called Virtual Careers Academy. I'm here because, like most of you, I'm here because my purpose is to help you become freer so you have more funds, a part-time source of funds, free so you have time for your family, free so you can be first in many, many technologies, because this is what the kind of thing I do. I discover new tech and teach it to you guys first. That prepares all of us for the future. Any kind of modification that the future technology has in store for us, we have it here in the show. So family is number one here. We are here because that's what we are all about. Now, one of the first projects I've ever done on the internet was in 2007. I created the membership site with this team. Pictured in the screen is the team that created the site. I am in charge of the online marketing component. Please note, this is 2007. The world is full of multiply. Okay, and I don't even know if there was YouTube then. Okay, so this is a picture of my screenshots of my inbox showing you me reporting to a certain person about certain websites. You'll take a look at the screenshot to find out what I really mean. Who am I reporting to during that time? This is all volunteer work, by the way. This is dated 2010. These screenshots here. Right? That's just very quickly introduction to Prime. So also founder of this group where I let people share their experiences in virtual careers. It's called Date with Freedom. It's a massive 200-person meetup. Okay, and also the author of 3 books called Virtual Careers, The Virtual Assistant Blog, and 4 Burning Questions for Your Virtual Assistant Interview. Hi Yuan, hi Nag, hi Rachel, hi Mary, hi Charlie, hi Amando, hi Joseph, Randy, Dort, and Brian. If you're still there, thank you very much for joining. So, used to work for a bank, and I also used to work for a BPO until I got with French during this massive Asian crisis retrenchment several years ago. I've lived in Laguna in the Philippines. I've always lived in the Philippines for many years. And one of the first things I ever spent on that is outside of school, personal expense, was to learn from Robert Kiyosaki personally in Singapore. But this was 2004, so I actually wound up spending 200,000 of Philippine pesos just to hear him talk in Singapore, along with his mentor friends and mastermind friends. And it was like 3.5 days in Singapore Expo. And one of the first things I learned was if you invest in yourself, it will all come back. It will all come back to you. If you invest in yourself, you prioritize yourself, it will all come back to you. So the noise you're hearing is the kids doing their best to distract me. Okay, so they're trying to make as much noise as they can without me noticing it. Okay, so let's say hi to the kids. Say hi, Lucia. Say hi, Alexa. Because whatever they're hearing what I'm saying now. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Gary. Hi, Doris. So did you know that when I spent this much money, what's that in dollars? Let me convert. Okay? If you spent this kind of money on yourself in a long time ago, and I told myself, if I can only just learn it's $4,000, by the way, $4,400 on myself in 2004. I said if I can learn one thing from Robert Kiyosaki, it would be worth it. Okay? And I did learn one thing. One of the first things I learned, I will tell you at the end of the show. Usually I promise it's going to be a 1-hour show. It sometimes happens to be a 2-hour show. So if you really like learning, stick around. If you don't like, it's okay. You can go. Okay. So big insight. I had no money then. I had a credit card that wasn't really used. So I used my credit card to invest in myself. So you just help me out by typing in the chat rooms or in Facebook in the comment line and say, I invest in myself because those are the kinds of people we'd love to be here. Okay. So when I read something from one of the followers, Angel Jaga, and she said, act now, make it a meaningful day. A dream written down will become with a date will become a goal. A goal written down into steps becomes a plan backed by action makes your dreams a reality. This is from Angel. Say hi to Angel. She's a first timer, and I just use her Facebook quote, to inspire everyone here. Okay, so I do hope it's okay with you guys. Okay, so let me just go into our guest. Okay, our guest for tonight is Chuck Cabugoy. I'll show you his picture. Wait, just a moment. And he actually has a lot of slides. So I'm gonna get the slides up and running. Say hi to Chuck, everyone. Hi to Chuck. Now, Chuck is from the business process outsourcing in the Philippines. That is called, what is that called in the Philippines, by the way? BPO, also called call centers, right? So if you're not from the Philippines, some of you are not, then you probably don't know that this is such a big thing here. If you work for the BPO industry, you're good at English, but you're also probably working at night a lot, right? So that's the life of Chuck. So just a moment, Chuck. Can you unmute yourself? I'm not sure. Let me check. Where is the chat? Hey, Chuck. Where are you? There you are. Can you hear me now? Yeah, and there's Chuck. Okay, there's the Chuck. So Here is Chuck's slides. I revised it for Facebook Live, just so you guys could like it, love it also. So, hi Chuck, how are you? Is that okay if you speak in English, or is that the kind of thing you're used to?
Um, English
Or
Tagalog.
or
It's okay.
Taglish, Taglish?
Yeah, Tagalog will work.
Did you do any English stuff? English speaking in at work, or no? This is not something you do.
Sorry, English speaking at work.
Yeah, did you do it? Did you speak a lot of English at work, or this is not something that you did?
Oh yeah, actually I did. Because I was since I'll talk about that later. But yeah, I'm presenting tax reports to clients. So yeah, I do speak a lot of
Uh,
English when I was at work.
let's use your Tagalog, Taglish. I'm gonna use a mixture for this one.
Okay.
I forgot to tell you. I forgot to tell you that I'm going to do pure English from now on. That's me. That's me. It's okay with you. All right. So guys, please give it up to for Chuck Cabugoy, our guest for tonight. One of my students from the Instant Virtual Skills program. Okay, guys, if you have any hands, please type chat chat clap 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 clap. Hi Chuck and stuff like that. Okay.
Okay.
I'll move your slides. So just tell me. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Great. So yeah, hi. Good evening, everyone. Sir Jomer, thank you so much for having me as one of your guests here in today's webinar, and I'm really humbled and honored to be here, and I really hope that everyone will learn from my story. So we could move on. Let's move on to the next slide.
Yeah, we have moved. I know.
Thanks. So this is my family. Actually, my eldest is a boy. My eldest is a boy. His name is David. He's 4 years old, and and my youngest, my 2 month old daughter. Her name is Adriana, and my wife, Nerese. So this picture was taken just this Christmas. Okay. So before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge each and every one of you for being with us here. I know it's a Sunday night, and you could have been out there dining, spending time with your family and friends, but instead you chose to spend your time here with us to learn. I'd also like to acknowledge the presence of my cousin, Kuya Mitch, who's also with us listening. He became very interested in working online just a couple of weeks ago when he chatted with me, and right now he's actually writing his 100 reasons why he wants to work online. Okay, are you guys hearing me? If you can hear me, can you please type yes in the chat room, just to make sure that I'm talking to someone, not just myself.
It's okay. They will probably hear you ask that question for the next 5 seconds or 10 seconds. So you can just proceed. I'll let you know if the people in Facebook Live actually answered anything, because you can't see that. Or have you opened Facebook Live so you can see the
Yeah,
chat room?
actually, yeah, I have Facebook on my mobile, so
They can hear. They can see you. They can hear you. They can hear you. Okay, go.
all right, great. So hi everyone. So I am Chuck. I've been working online since September of 2016. I started working part time, and basically I'm just new to the online world. I'm 35 years old, and I'm happily married with two beautiful children. With two beautiful children. I have David, my 4-year-old son, and Adriana, our 2-month-old daughter. So the next slide will show where I used to work before. So this used to be my home for 10 years. And if you are familiar, if you know this place, can you type into the chat room? If you know this place, please type into the chat room.
Just give them some time, because there's a lag in webinar jam, a few seconds lag. In Facebook, people actually don't really like to type. Hey, Facebook people, type something, and some of them don't even know how to do comments and videos.
Yeah, most of them are quiet. Okay. So so this used to be my home for 10 years. Um, so yeah, so before I started working online, I used to work in the BPO industry, or business process outsourcing, or call center. So I was a quality supervisor, and I'd like to ask if there are anyone in the audience who are, in the BPO industry. If you are, can you please type, "I want to say goodbye to graveyard shift."
Goodbye, the graveyard shift.
If there's anyone here in the BPO industry as well, so I guess you could relate to me.
And this is the first time they type Eastwood. So it's really late. Okay, that's okay.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, this picture here is in Eastwood City, this, and this used to be my home for 10 years. Please don't get me wrong, I don't have a condo there. The reason why I consider this my home is because I spend more time here than in our actual house. And as a quality supervisor, I was handling about 14 QAs, or quality analysts, who directly reports to me, and we are supporting four different programs. So that means I've been working for a minimum of 12 hours per day. And there are times, especially if we have client visits, that we spend more than 24 hours at work, just to prepare for audits and those stuff. So for 10 years, I've been working in the night shift, or graveyard shift. And since I revealed my age earlier, I'm not getting any younger. So I tried looking for other options that would allow me to work during the day like normal people would, and at the same time be able to support my family. And to be honest with you guys, I almost accepted the fact that I'll be working in the BPO industry as until the day I retire. I thought that there's no job available to me that would give me the same compensation I was getting, and I was really hopeless. And I realized then that I was so wrong. And then I learned about virtual careers, and then I became very hopeful again. And I did everything in I can to learn more about it. And I will tell you a bit later on how I got started working online. So the next slide would be the reason why. Yeah, so the next slide, yeah, this is my biggest why, my family. So everything I do is for my family. They are the very reason why I'm doing what I do. So, and they are the reason behind why I pursued online career, or virtual careers. In fact, when I knew my wife was pregnant with our second child, I think that was March or April of 2017. That's the time I decided to resign from my previous work and make working online a full-time thing. Before I resigned, of course, I have clients. I'm already working with clients part-time. Um, Wait, Teddy has a comment. So actually, the 12 hours doesn't the commuting is not included there. So it's I'm spending more than 12 hours at work. Um, if you're going to include traffic. Okay. Yeah. So going back. So when I knew when we learned that my wife was pregnant with our second child, that's the time I decided to resign from my work. So a lot of you may think, it was foolish for me to resign when we're expecting a baby to come out in the next 9 months. And, it's totally understandable. But I want you to know that, this was the best decision I've ever made. And from that point on, I kept moving forward, and I never looked back. Um, Please don't misunderstand me. Leaving work was not easy for me. It's not an easy decision I made. It's like leaving your comfort zone, something you're very familiar with, and moving to a place that's unfamiliar would really create a lot of doubt. a lot of uncertainty and fear. It was really scary. The thought of you won't receive a salary every 14th and 29th of the month, or even 13-month pay. Um, yeah, I guess that's really scary. So I was asking myself, what if I don't get new clients? What if my current client would fire me? How would I support my family? Would I still be able to get my old job back if things didn't work out? So those, are the questions I was like asking myself. And despite of all the uncertainty, doubt, and fear, do you want to know why I still resigned? If you want to know, please type why in the chat room. And yeah, I guess 10 seconds delay again. Webinar jam.
Yeah, that's how it works. It's just talking. That's how it works.
Yep. So thanks, Raphael and Teddy. So the reason why I resigned. So we'll now move on to the next slide. So I'll be sharing with you on how I started my virtual career. So currently I have, I think, 5, 6 clients. I have foreign and local clients that I've been working with now. Um, so yeah, going back, so the reason why I resigned my work is because of the confidence I got when I took Jomar's course, the IVS 2016 and 2017. So when I joined the seminars or the workshops with Jomar, I learned a lot of things, and which I'll discuss in detail later. Okay, so let me start first on how I started my online career. So last January of 2016, I joined the Truly Rich Club by Bo Sanchez. So I joined it TRC when I started investing in the stock market, and when I joined TRC, that's the time I came across Jomar Hilario. And so when you join TRC, they have this thing called Gold Mastermind Video. It's a free recording. So when I watched it, I saw Jomar Hilario there with interviewing other VAs as well. And after watching the video, the next thing I knew is I'm already browsing Jomar's website, and I already subscribed to his newsletter. I was watching his YouTube channel as well. With watching his previous webinars, and I also joined his Facebook group. And so with TRC, they had a Gold Mastermind meeting, a live meeting last April, and I went there with my wife, and one of the guest speakers was actually Jomar Hilary himself. And in this slide, it's the picture, upper right picture. So that's me and Jomar during the TRC Gold Mastermind. I'm not sure, Sir Jomar, if you'd remember, but yeah, I actually approached you and asked if if I could take a picture with you, and that's the picture that was taken. So
Of course, I don't remember.
no, it's fine. And actually, you also brought your books, and I purchased another book and have you signed. So I have an autograph book when I went home after going to this Gold Mastermind meeting. Okay, so going back, so at first everything was overwhelming. I realized I have a lot of things to learn, a lot of tools to learn, like Canva, that sort of thing. So I read Jomar's book. It's Virtual Careers, and I read it from cover to cover, and I couldn't stop. And I did everything what the book says. So I learned how to use the basic tools that a virtual professional should be using, and I started working on my 10 tutorials or assignments. I also created my portfolio website. I took the disc profile, so I am a high C. And after reading the book, while I was still working on the tutorials and on my assignments, I still felt that I, need to learn more. So that's when I decided to purchase VA 101. It's about content marketing. Um, and I also enrolled in Instant Virtual Skills IVS 2016. And so I had to borrow money from my mom to pay for this to pay for these courses. So when I joined IVS 2016, that was around June of 2016. That's where I learned how to monetize a blog, how to use WordPress, how to use Thrive themes, how to set up a hosted WordPress, using the super clear sys when doing your copywriting. And yeah, so basically all those stuff helped me find an online gig. So once I was done with the tutorials, resume, online portfolio, that's the time I started looking for online jobs or online gigs through onlinejobs.ph. So all of my clients are from onlinejobs.ph. And on September 25, 2016, while I'm still attending in IVS 2016, I got my first gig, and I have screenshots of emails on those emails.
Just a moment. You are listening to Chuck, who's telling you the story of how he started his virtual career. And we're going to show you some emails that he got from his clients. In a moment, as I present them to you right now. If you guys have any questions, some lingering comments, do take this time to tell them. Okay, ask them right now.
By the way, Sir Jomar, I also purchased your iPad Nano. It's also in the picture. It really has.
So tell them about that secret thing.
And during the IVS, we also have.
Sorry, tell them about the secret of that iPad Nano without telling them what's really what's 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 literally inside. What did you actually get from it? The iPad Nano. Because that's a raffle. We're gonna have a raffle for the iPad Nano for this Christmas bundle. So one person will win it. So you might as well know what's the effect, your effect of you, of this during your life.
Yep. So when I purchased the iPad Nano, it's more of preparing myself because way back then my mindset was different. It's more of employee mindset. And when I listened to the iPad Nano, the recordings or the audios inside, so it would really change your mindset. So you'd hear audios from.
Don't say the names.
Okay.
Just tell the topic because the names are secret.
Yeah. So basically, you'd learn. You'd learn important things about life, about how to change your mindset. Basically, that's the main main thing with this iPad Nano. So I would strongly recommend that you guys get this one.
So
okay.
It's a loaded iPad Nano for those who don't know. It's an iPad Nano. Of course, I bought it from the store. I open it up and I load it up. So when you get it from me, it already has content around, I don't remember, 600 hours of audio, I think. I'm not sure. And all you have to do is listen. It's this audio. You just listen and you learn. You learn and it'll help your mindset shift from being a normal employee, normal graduate, to somebody who is ready for things like virtual career. So that's the shortcut of that. Okay. So the iPad Nano is also available as a raffle entry, raffle prize. Sorry, for anybody getting into the Christmas bundles. So that's the short of that. Teddy has something to say about it. Teddy says it's full of audio from masters, so you can get a mastermind mastermind. Thank you very much, Toby, for your comment. Hey, Chuck, it's back to you.
All right, thanks. So yeah, so going back, so I got my first gig while still on the IBS 2016 workshop, and while I'm still working full time in the call center. And yeah, that was September 2016. And so there, so it's not, it says there Jomar, but it's not Sir Jomar Hilaria. That's the name of the
Somebody
client.
else.
Yeah, somebody else's name.
Yeah, because I don't recognize this email.
And after, and 2 weeks after this, I guess in October, I got my second client. The second job was really a blessing because she hired me even though we haven't done any interviews. She just asked me on how I could help her with her online presence. I answered her questions via email, and the next email said that she'd like to start with me, and I've been her uh, yeah, with this client for more than I guess 1 year already. Sir Jomer, can you go to the next slide?
No interview, huh? Do you have any idea why the girl trusted you without an interview? What did she see or know about you?
Um, I guess that's the real power, Sir Jomer, of positioning yourself as an expert. So the reason why I said that is because before I applied for an online job, I created 10 tutorials or slideshows. Sorry, 10 tutorials with 100 slides. Um, and I created my online portfolio, and I invested in myself. I enrolled in your courses, and yeah, and I guess that's the reason why she hired me, even though there was no interview. And I think the great thing there is the pay was guaranteed, even though to be honest, I'm only working for her for about less than 4 hours a week, and even though I don't work for her for a certain week, I still get paid. So that's why she's one of my valued clients.
Okay. Here's
And
from
yep, so that's the email on the screen. So she told me, okay, Chuck, let's get started. Is there a contract we sign? I'll pay you X amount of dollars. Um, so there, if we can work together quickly and efficiently on these tasks, then we'll talk about full-time employment at a set or higher rate. So this is an email from one of my clients. And so last September 16 of 2017, I got another client. Um, so I got an email from onlinejobs.ph, and it was the position was for a marketing person, and unfortunately I didn't get the job. So yeah, he offered the position to someone else. I guess it's because of my lack of experience with Facebook ads and Google AdWords. But still, he offered me another job, which is the production associate position. So I guess he his niche is in basically his business is around consulting tech startups. So he really liked my background in quality, so that's why he hired me as his production associate. So I'm still working with him closely, and relationship has been really great. Um, so the next slide is another email from a client.
Joanna.
Yeah, Johanna. So he's basically thanking me for the amazing work I did for them, and also informing me that we have a small Christmas gift. So yay! So yeah, so those are some of the emails from my clients. And Sir Jomar, can you move on to the next slide, please? there. So this is a quote from John Maxwell. It says there, a wise person learns from his mistakes. A wiser one learns from others' mistakes. But the wisest person of all learns from others' successes. So John Maxwell. Um, so the reason why I have this quote here is because so I regularly watch Jomar Hilar's Sir Jomar's webinars because listening to the guest, you would learn from their stories, their successes and mistakes. And during when I was starting preparing myself to working online, I noticed that most of the webinar guests struggled in completing their assignments or their tutorials. So basically, some of them took 6 months, some of them took 3 4 months. And and what, so what I did to make sure that I finish my tutorials or my assignments in less than 2 months, I searched for all established virtual professionals who are active in the Jomo Hilario Facebook group, like Anne, Mommy Tasha, Rachel May, Riza, and other VAs. So I look at their portfolio website. I look at their tutorials, and so I browsed them. I looked at um, how they presented the tools. So I use their tutorials as a guide in creating my own tutorials. And let me reiterate, I use it as a guide. So if you're going to do this, please do not copy the tutorials. So make your own version of it. So just use it as a guide. And so that's how I finished my assignments faster. And I guess one tip I could tell you guys is, please do not apply for any online jobs without completing your assignments or your tutorials, without your online portfolio and your resume designed for a virtual career. Otherwise, you'll be wasting your time. So when I finished, my online portfolio, what I did is I applied, I guess 10 applications per day. So the clients I had, the clients that I got, it's not because I was lucky. It's basically a numbers game. I applied 10 times a day. Anyways, just sending your resume, um, directing them to your website. So I applied 10 times every day. So that's basically 50 applications in a week. And of course, some of them won't answer. Some of them would. Um, and eventually, you would really get your client. Um, so another tip, guys, is please treat your online career as a business. So you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in your learning. You have to invest in your equipment. And yes, again, treat this as an investment and not an expense. I know Sir Jomer's has some Christmas bundles, and which would offer really great value. If you could buy an iPhone 8 or iPhone X or those Louis Vuitton bags, that doesn't really give you any value. So I would really, I strongly recommend for you getting the Christmas bundles, because like myself, if I didn't apply, I didn't enroll in the workshops, the IVS. I guess I'd still be stuck working in the call center, still working the night shift. Right now, I'm able to give my 4-year-old son a bath every day, take him to school every day, every morning, and go back home. So spending time with my kids every day is really priceless. So even if it's it, it's really hard to put a value there, but if I'm going to spend like 25,000 pesos just to be able to spend a lot of time with my kids, with my wife, with my family, this is really a bargain, and this is just my opinion. Um, yeah, so there. So one final thought I'd like to share with you guys is so earlier today, since it's a Sunday here in the Philippines, so I listened to the feast, and the priest there mentioned that we have different qualities and skills, but all of us have equal opportunities. So it's just how we use those opportunities, right? As well as our skills. So basically, I guess that's everything. So that's my basically my journey. Shifting from the BPO industry, working the graveyard shift to working online. Oh, and sorry, right now I'm able to sleep at night. So I don't work during the graveyard shift anymore. So that's that's really early for me. So there, Sir Jomar.
Hey, thank you very much, Cha, for your story. And I know they can hear your heart. You know what I mean? It's not just an ordinary story that came out. It's really how your life changed. However, I think they want to know. Well, I want to know. What do you do online? I mean, what's your work?
Actually, I have four. Okay, let's start with the local clients first.
Yeah,
Um, so in IVS 2016, I have one classmate. Her name is Eds.
let's
She
see.
yeah, Eds D. She also um, we call this. She already guest one of Jomar's guests here in the webinar and in the webinars. So what she did before is she approached a local business and offered to create a website. So I basically copied her. So I have a friend who owns speech um like yeah business in teaching you how to speak English better. So I offered my services to create his website, and he referred me to another client of his, and who owns a school, and I created their website as well. So I learned how to create websites through IVS. I so basically I'm using Thrive themes, and with IVS kasi it will there's a demo, so you would see Joe Hilario basically doing everything, and you just have to take notes and copy. So there. For the local clients, I'm creating their websites, and I also do some online marketing as well, social media posts. One of my client in California is a real estate in,
Professional.
sorry, yeah, real estate realtor or real estate broker. What I do for her is I just general admin stuff. I create posters or postcards using Canva and posting it in his Facebook page. I also I also use some of her tools to send real mailers, and I also set her up with Constant Contact. It's a CRM tool or autoresponder, and we send out weekly newsletter. I have another client in Australia. Um, he teaches financial. Yeah, he teaches how to invest in the stock market, basically. And what I do for that client is I use Ontraport. It's a CRM tool similar to Infusionsoft. So I load emails. I prepare automations, basically to, for example, you are part of his mailing list. You go through a sequence. So that's one of
On
the things I do for this client. And last night with Johanna, they're using Infusionsoft, so I'm also managing their CRM. So most of my I guess work is about marketing, CRM management, a little bit of social media, um, and yeah. That's I guess that summarizes what I do. It's a whole lot of things.
Nice. That's very nice. So all of that stuff, did you learn it from books? Loaded question.
Um, actually, most of them I learned in IVS, and some of them also learned books through books. So in my slides, Sir Jomar, I've already also shared um, my workstation and also the books in my mini library.
I saw that. There it is. Sorry.
Yeah, so there's my yeah, so that's my workstation, my humble workstation.
But not
So
see it because
so I
it's
tr-
not here.
so I transitioned to a Mac because it's much faster.
Yeah. Congratulations.
So actually, before I started working online, when I was like shifting, I bought a Windows laptop, and it's an i5 processor. It's really slow, so that's why I changed to a Mac. So if you guys are starting and you have a little bit budget to spare, I would really recommend you to start off with a Mac. The reason why I'm handling a lot of clients is because I'm using premium equipment like this MacBook Air.
I guess you're using i5 also. Still i5. But
Yes,
i3.
I guess so, but it's way much faster than the Windows PC laptop.
Even if you're using the same processor, the Mac is always faster. That is funny.
I agree. So yeah, go for it for Mac if you have the budget.
So this your library. Want to show your library?
Yeah, the next slide.
So that's a
Yep.
power library.
Yeah, so most of the books here came from Jomar Hilarious, like Persuasion, Influence. So he recommended these books, and I bought them. Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss, of course, Virtual Careers by Jomar Hilario, um, and yeah, other books from Seth Godin. Yeah, I really like reading books from Seth Godin.
So you guys can learn something. I'll show people in Facebook. I'm gonna show this, the entire thing. So this is just a part, or this is all of it.
Just most of it. Some of the books don't fit the shelves anymore, so that's why that's the only books I'm sharing.
Okay. This looks like mine. Looks like mine. Almost the same. Almost the same books, including that Richard Branson book. Yeah. So, oh, is there any more slides? Let me check. I'm not sure.
Actually, that's it, Sir Jomar.
Okay, thank you. So, guys, that's Chuck for you guys. I hope you learned from him. But of course, it's time to ask questions, right? So, I'll give you time to think about your questions. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna what is that? Answer some questions. There are already questions, so let's answer some questions. If you have questions for Chuck, please type it in the chat room or in the comment line if you're in Facebook. Okay. Well, before we go there, let me just greet everybody, all my friends. Hey Chuck, if you see your friends, greet them. Okay. Hi Luvella, hi Dort, hi Ching, hi Randy, Joseph, Mando, Charlie, Mary, Nag, Yuhan, Jericho, Doris, Stephanie, Gary again. Stephanie is actually she sails the Caribbean. Last time I met her, that's what she does. She hires virtual assistants from online jobs BB, and she just goes on her boat. That's what she does. Hi June. Hi Alma. Alma is in the picture earlier, but she's like 100 pounds thinner. Right?
Hi, Al.
Did you see her in the picture?
Yes, yes. Used to be my seatmate then.
Yeah, she was there. And Estrel is also here. Estrel, she's also in that picture. Hi, Elsie. Hi, Joseph. And hi, Wella. Wella. Hi, Wella. Chuck, do you have friends here in the chat room? Do you
Um,
want...
my cousin, Kuya Mitch.
Oh, okay. That's Q Mitch. Okay. I thought that was Mitch Miller. Superstar. Okay. Hey, guys, don't you know how to, press something so that hearts will appear in the Facebook Live? Don't you guys know how to do that? No? Or press a like? Can you press like in Facebook Live? Do you know how to do that, guys? Because it's kind of weird. It's not there. Anyway, so somebody's asking. Um, Teddy says sleep, and that is important. That's very very important. And you know this rumor, right? Oh, thank you very much for the hearts. Yeah, you know that's very good. Even if that's only one person doing hearts, thank you so much for the hearts. I would do this if I want to support somebody in social media. I'm teaching now, so please put in your lessons hat. You go to their Facebook Live and then you punch the hearts. Like they don't know it's only one person punching the hearts. But and then after that, you tell them, hey, you know what? I was the guy who was punching the hearts for 10 minutes. So it looked like there were tons of people in your live stream. So that's one way to support people using Facebook Live. Just giving you an idea to get the attention of people you want to work with. Okay. So another some questions here. I want to answer some questions before we proceed. Before that, I want to go to a commercial. Meeting. Just want to remind everyone of what I said last night. This is actually a series of webinars. Been doing this for the 4th day. 5th day is tomorrow, Monday night, and this is in support of the Christmas bundles, which actually ends today. Christmas ends today, but this is in support for Christmas bundles. Just want to remind everyone that we have an ongoing crazy, crazy promotion. It's called the Well-Designed Success Retreat for free. So what is that? So that is when you get yourself into the courses. I have 2 courses: Instant Virtual Skills 2018, okay, and Instant Virtual Skills Instant Virtual Skills 2018 and the Well-Designed Success course. Those are both online courses, by the way. So to Chuck, this is how I did it. I decided to create a pure online course again, right? Because I started that way anyway. I only started doing events later. So this time, just to really cater to everyone, I created long online courses. It's 6 months, but the shortest course is 7 days a month. So it's not one day webinar, one day live event or seminar. So Chuck, you answer so kunyari it's an interview or something or a conversation. So
Sorry, Sir Drummer, sorry, can you repeat that again?
I mean, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's like no. What I was saying was I changed things a bit and decided that I instead of just making live seminars again, I decided to just do it online, but really add the number of days of learning. So in Instant Virtual Skills, just a moment, I'm gonna select my slide. Okay, in Instant Virtual Skills 2018, okay, I decided to do 6 months, yeah, just like IVS, 6 months. But on the first day, on the first month, it's 30 days. The whole month, actually, it's February 15 to March 15 is the first month, and that's every day. Hi Jennifer, hi Gigi, hi G. So Instant Virtual Skills starts off with a bang on February 15, and we're gonna be 30 days inside Instagram. You're gonna learn Instagram stories marketing. Okay, specifically stories marketing, not Instagram marketing. And the second one, you're going to learn. This is something you probably have some familiarity with. We're gonna certify you to become a U.S. real estate admin. Okay, and the minimum for that is 25,000 pesos. We already have an agency in place, um, already working with U.S. real estate realtors, and they're really looking for people to hire. And it's already been ongoing with one of my students. You know her, one of my students who has an agency. So they are really looking for Filipinos to do their VA work in the U.S. Real estate industry. So in the second month, we're gonna train you there for 10 days, 10 days online. And it's great to hurry because at the end of the 10 days, there's a certification exam, right? And what happens if you pass the exam? You will be endorsed by us to work for them, these partners of ours in the US. And there are a lot of them. And the demand is like, I need 50 VAs, I need 20 VAs, I need 100 VAs. The demand is crazy. So if you didn't like Facebook ads a long time ago, you tried to learn it, then you tried Instagram, so you said, it's not for me. Maybe you'd like to become a real estate PA, earning 25,000 pesos a month. And that's going to happen in March 16 and up to March 26th. Okay. And then you take the exam somewhere end of March, and maybe by mid-April, you're already hired. Okay, so that's instant workbook. It's a really different way. By the way, this is pure online. We're not going to see each other in the internet. That's why sorry, we're not going to see each other in a seminar setting at all, unless certain conditions are met. Like I have 30 students, I'm going to do live events again. If I have 30 students, I'm going to do live events, and I'm going to ask you to bring a friend. So it's going to be 60 students, so that's going to be more fun, right, Diba? Chuck, if it's a lot of students are there, there's a lot of interaction happening and a lot of lessons learned.
Right.
So, right. So what I'm doing right now is doing it pure online first. So until we get 30 students in, then we're going to do real serious live events. But the reason why, month 2 is the real estate course. It's actually 10 days online. So there's a lot of time to get to know each other, to form small mastermind groups, a lot of time to form accountability partners, plural. So I'm gonna ask you to actually check each other's work while we're doing this. So you don't feel like, okay, I'm gonna watch a short video, I'm doing this alone. Okay, so that's the second month. For the third month, we're all gonna learn something called I can't read there, sales funnels. Okay, end of April, we're going to teach you how to think about sales funnels. I am not going to just teach you, okay, you need to click this to use click funnels. That's not actually a talent. Okay, if you want to learn click funnels, just go to YouTube. Okay, there's a ton of tutorials there, right? What you need to know so that you become a consultant mindset is you need to think about sales funnels. So you think about sales funnels for your clients. So you don't just become a VA, admin VA. You become a marketer consultant. So that's the goal of the third month. So they come to you, they ask you for advice. Like your client said, hey, you have great ideas. I don't know what you mean. That's what he said, right? In one of your letters, Chuck.
Yep.
So we want everyone to be like that, right? You have such great ideas. The client doesn't understand, but he hires you anyway, right?
Exactly.
It's actually crazy, right?
It is.
And that's because of what I believe it's because of some years of exposure to this marketing stuff, to the books, to the courses, right, Chuck?
Yes, Sir Jomar. That's basically 2 years of IBS learning.
The 2 years of IBS training will allow you to get in depth, ingrained into the way of thinking that is involved in being a marketer. So even if you're really poor at technical stuff, if you have the mindset of the marketer, that's exactly what I'm trying to give you here in the IBS program. You will be able to talk confidently to clients, and they don't really care about your technical stuff as long as you can execute. You know, you're slow in using the mouse, but you can execute. That's okay. You can give them good advice in the good direction. You can tell them, hey, we need to hire somebody to do it. Go ahead, hire somebody. They tell you to hire. Okay, so it's really more the mindset than anything. So I hope that helps you guys. So after that, would be doing a series of shorter days, where 7 days a month, 7 days a month, Sunday on all over. The fourth week of the month is devoted to learning starting with the sales funnels. After sales funnels, we're going to learn mobile interactive management, engagement in mobile, and then video editing on mobile, and then video editing on desktop. Only because video's never going to leave us, I think. Okay. And if you're looking, where's AI, artificial intelligence, where is art, augmented reality, and where's virtual reality? It's all in there. I just didn't mention it because it's not the main thing. The main thing here, if I don't know if you noticed in the poster, in the card in Facebook, that there is copywriting in every month. Okay, we're just gonna teach you copywriting the entire time. Copywriting is not a major thing. It is something that is required in every aspect. You do video, you do smartphone marketing. You need to know how to copyright. You need to actually do it. Okay. So this is the Instant Virtual Suite 2018 course. So, tagal ko talaga. Okay. So we'll get back to your questions for Chuck. Please do ask some more questions so Chuck can enlighten you and give you more inputs to how you can do the same thing, right? Because I know a lot of you, especially those listening to the replays, you're afraid, right? You're afraid. Why would I resign? I have no job. I have no way to earn. You know what I mean? Why would I do something like that? What if you didn't resign? Now, what if you got retrenched like I did, and my baby just came out? That's what happened to me, Chuck. I was few months old. My baby, new baby, the first baby was a few months old. I was newlywed, and then I got retrenched. And
Wow.
I was so happy. So happy I was retrenched. I think I went shopping the day I got retrenched because it's all about preparation, and it's not even the money. The money I was receiving was equal to my salary actually. I was receiving online. I was It's equal to my salary. Okay. But when my salary disappeared, obviously I now receive half, right?
Yep.
Right. But I knew I could make more. How? Why would I know something like that? Oh, because I already had the mindset. My mind was prepared to do it. Right. So if you can find a way to change the way you think, like change your mindset, like take these courses that I have for you guys, then you should get it because of the change of mindset, you can change direction. It's as simple as that. It's hard to do, but the concepts are very, very simple. And that's why I have this course called the Well Designed Success. And that course is actually the one addressing the fear. Somebody here said, I'm afraid, but I'm willing to change. So that sounds like me. I'm afraid and I'm willing to change also. Uh, Am I afraid? I'm not sure. I just don't know how to change. That's my problem. I'm not really afraid. I don't know how to change. I don't know how to become better. That's why I get mentors, right? So the Well Designed Success Retreat and the Well Designed Success course is actually also a 7-month course. This course, yeah, it's a 6-month course from February to July. Same time, same months as the IBS course. But instead of the 4th week, this is the 2nd week. And here is a simpler approach. I've actually separated the personal development course called the Well Designed Success into the 2nd week so that you can actually address every aspect of your life on the 2nd week of the month and address the technical aspects on the 4th week of the month. Ask me why. Hi, Agnes. Hi, Pacholo. Hi, Rodel. Why would we want to talk about personal development on the 2nd week, and why is devote 7 days a month for personal development? Very simple. A lot of us are afraid. A lot of us have these mixed feelings. A lot of us have apprehensions, and frankly speaking, there are tons of people who have mental blocks, limiting beliefs, things that hold them back, and we need to fix that. Plus, Chuck, when you started, did everybody agree that you should work online?
Um, Actually, my wife, Sir Zomer, is very supportive of what I do. So I didn't have any problems with my wife. And actually, when I asked my mom, because I borrowed money from my mom to be able to pay for your courses, so
Yeah,
she
thanks,
told me,
Mom.
yeah, thanks, mom. And she told me, oh, like, but yung dapat dati ka pa nag-work online when striving was still new. And yeah, so basically my family were very supportive. They didn't have any really resistance na moving to online, working online.
Oh, that's rare. How about the lolas? Your other relatives,
Other
friends, actually friends in call center.
well, my office mates, of course they don't like.
What?
'Cause they eventually they knew that I'd be resigning, making that shift.
What the first thing they said? Was it agreeable regarding working career? They found out that you were doing this.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Again, it boils down to mindset. If you have an employee mindset, you'd really um, push back the idea of working online. You'd have doubts like, is it really true? Can you really earn online? And guys, believe me, it's really true. I've been earning. My 2-year-old daughter. She, yeah, she was. We my wife gave birth to her in Medical City, and I was able to pay for that. So I guess that speaks.
It
Uh,
does.
yeah. So yeah, so you could really earn online, and there's a question, Sir Jomer, on here from Raphael. If I resign without emergency fund, so so when I started working online part time, the earnings I had from those two clients, I didn't. It's more of like extra for me, so I kind of save them. So I'm I'm basically 3 months. I could basically survive for 3 months without a job because of the earnings I got from the two clients I got part time. So I resigned. Um, so when I resigned, I had to look for another client to be able to you know to be able to call this to have this the same compensation I had when I was working in the BPO or call center. So I did struggle a couple of months, but yeah, I was able to land a new client, so everything went upwards starting there. And despite having that uncertainty of me not having a client, I still went for it because again, the confidence I got, and of course the skills um, that I learned, through IVS and courses and books. Of course, also from the research I've done, and because if you've acquired the skills, you will realize that there are a ton of opportunities out there. So yeah, I hope I answered your question, Raphael.
Very good. Thank you very much for the question. That's why we want you to ask questions. So you can imagine if you do the same thing, you get part-time jobs while you're working. Now you have what do you call it? Emergency fund, right? You can not work for 3 months while you get settled as a virtual professional, right? So that's a good idea, right? Work and don't spend the money. Work online first while you're in a job, in a day job, and then or night job, you take a job, and then save up that money so you can have a emergency fund, so you can actually retire faster, right? It's actually good because it's very important. Chuck took 2 years to learn this stuff, and let me tell you, I think I took longer to learn this stuff. I think I did because today there's YouTube. When I started, there was no YouTube. There were no books, and if you Google, there was no Google. So I used Alta Vista, so it's different. Okay, so let me just go back to the Well Design Success Course. So the Well Design Success Course, 6 months, helps you create. a success vision story for your life, addressing every part of your life. So it's really grand, yeah. But don't worry, I've been doing this for like 4 years, teaching people how to do vision planning and success planning. So I also have this other event that's happening. It's called the World Design Success Retreat. It's a live event where it's for 12 hours. It's going to be silence with a workbook or actually a journal. And you, if you're in the Philippines, you fly in with us. We're going to bring you to a secret location, and then we're going to spend 12 hours together, mostly in silence, writing stories about your life, future, your future, not your past. Alright? So that's the One Side Success Retreat. And I'm telling you about it because I'm giving away this live event for free. So so there are only around 15 slots left for the World Design Success Retreat. And I want you guys to join it. The only thing you need to do is make sure you invest in yourself in a big way. Get the Instant Virtual Skills program, the online program, 6 month program, 2018. You learn all about mobile stuff, and get the Well Designed Success program. Uh, I'm combining them because if you were to see the prices, they're very, very near. Okay. Okay. So if you get the Well Designed Success course, that's 16 to 50. Right? That's 16 to 50. Right? And you get the retreat is actually 9,975. So this one is already free, right? However, you need to get another course aside from the 60 to 50. And that's the, let me find that in, right there. And that's the Instant Virtual Skill 2018. And that's 20,000. However, I'm going to ask you to pay the addition of 36,000. No, I'm just going to ask you to pay 22,000. It's just 22,000 or 3,975 a month for 6 months. And those of you who pay in full, the 20,000, will get a slot in the much coveted, well-designed success retreat happening somewhere in the middle of March on a Saturday. Middle of March on a Saturday. Okay? So well-designed success, 6 month course, plus IBS 2018. If you add it, it's 36,250, but I'm giving it to you for only 22,000. Okay, and for full payment until Friday, okay, you get the free retreat. Right. So the condition is it has to um, you have to pay on or before Friday. Okay, it has to be full. Okay, Friday full. Remember that, and you get the retreat for free. Free retreat. So that's the condition, right? However, if you do want to get both, and it's okay if you don't wanna, you're not gonna get the retreat for free. There is an installment plan. Okay, installment plan, you do not get the retreat for free, but you do enjoy the benefits of going through personal development with me for 6 months. Okay, 7 days a month, second week, plus technical skills on the fourth week, mostly fourth week of the month, and then that is a virtual skills. Instead of paying 36,250, it's now only 22,000. In the format we're using, totally new, just like the format we're using today. Does anybody notice anything different? Jack, may napansin ka ba? This webinar is different from the other webinars we've been doing. What is different?
Sorry, Sir Jomer, nakamute ako. What's different?
It's okay. You should notice. But that's okay. It's not obvious, right? That's the point of the IBS program this time. I can tell you, but let's wait for them to answer.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Website to go to. To join this, just go to virtualcareersbook.com/2007 Xmas bundle. I am going to type in the website right now for everyone. When what happened? Okay. Right. Nobody's talking about spicy food. I don't know. So Annalise is asking for your website. It's chuckcabugoy.com, which should be what your other websites are. Okay. Raphael is asking, what is the difference between master class and IBS? Um, the IBS classes, if you remember, Chuck, usually 1 month we talk about one completely different thing from the next month, right? Like they're really different. So that's the IBS format. The masterclass format is I take at least 2 months to discuss something. Like in the case of this one, I will take 2 months to discuss um, video editing. Okay, so the masterclass format, I kind of bring more stuff. Okay, but I take slower instead of teaching you something completely new every month. For example, in Instagram stories, that's 30 days. Okay, so that is a masterclass. A 30-day session in Instagram is a masterclass. You will learn everything you need to learn to grow a Instagram account from zero, thousands of followers, um, with consistent growth. So that's a masterclass. That's why it's called a masterclass. It's really not called just a masterclass because it sounds great. You really become a master when you take a master. I'm not promising it's already happened. It's on my fifth batch. Okay, so somebody's asking how much is the iPad Nano? Great news, it's already been phased out. So congratulations, Chuck, you got it. You can no longer buy the iPad Nanos today. Apple just phased it out last year. You can get the iPad Touch. It's 18,000 for the lowest size iPad Touch. It's a loaded iPad Touch. I'll give you everyone a link in the email or in Facebook group. We have a Facebook group called John Hilario Virtual Careers. You're looking for the link for to get the iPad Touch, go get it there. It's 18,000, which includes shipping to wherever you are. We actually ship internationally. We've done it many times before. Okay. So any more questions? So Teddy also has the iPad Nano. That's why she's like aggressive, right? So okay, so learning. Oh, here it is. Somebody's asking Mac JB, what are the timings for Well Design Success course each month? Actually, it's here. The timings is it's very easy to remember. Well Design Success is happening always on the second week of the month. Okay? Second week of the month. There. Always second week. And on Sunday, we have a 9 p.m. Talk. Hi, Jeric. Hi, Jacqueline. We talk on Sunday 9 p.m. Probably 30 minutes, not maybe an hour. And then on Monday to Friday, anytime, because I'm gonna be using Facebook, and you're gonna learn something from me in Facebook. You probably will use Facebook in a way you've never used before. And on Saturday, it's gonna be Q&A again. More Q&A on the Saturday. So it's actually 7 days. You will be interacting with each other, uh, even if it's online. Yeah, we've done this many times in Instagram, so it's not something new for me. So instead of Instagram, we're going to be using Facebook because face it, everybody opens it, right? You all open your Facebook account, so there. So you will be opening it, so you have no choice but to learn. And in the Well Design Success, we will be teaching you every day. I will be teaching you every day some small habits that you can incorporate in your daily routine, uh, that can be checked by the other members of the group. So you can, number one, gain friends. Number two, have accountability partners. And number three, actually stick to the habits. Because we will be building approximately 12 sets of habits into your life for 6 months. 12 sets in 6 months. I don't know if you understand how powerful that is, because this is going to make every part of your life abundant. Every part. Because if you forget to do the habits on the first month, here we are again on the next month, reminding you again. You forget again, here we are again on the third month. You know what I mean? And we do it like intensive, like 1 week, we're always talking. So you will be forming friendships all over the world. And you will be forming deeper relationships because you will be looking at each other's habits and life. And that's good, right? Because virtual careers is a world where you're sort of alone. So At the end of the 6 month course, you're not alone. You're learning technical stuff and you're learning personal stuff. So at the end, you have friends, you have new friends. I hope you get that the way I formatted it. It's a way to create communities for you. Okay? So Teddy is asking, if you're gonna get installment, mas mura ang bundle 7 kaysa bundle 5. Okay. Bundle 7 gives you more. Kind kindat. Bundle 7 is this one. So I said if you're getting anything, please do get bundle 7, which is well-designed success plus instant virtual skills, only 22,000. Get it on or before Friday at full price, and then you get the retreat free. You don't have to pay the 9,975. Others have actually paid. Okay, others have actually signed up for this at 9,975 last year. All right, you don't have to pay that because you get this for free. Okay, and I do only have 15 slots, 15 slots left because the venue I'm making is not really that. It's big, but basta. But I know you can't manage a massive group when it comes to a retreat. So I have a limitation. To, there's no, there's no seminar room. It's a massive place where you guys can roam around. So I'm not gonna rent a seminar room for you guys. Okay. So Mark is asking. Thank you for answering. More detailed time from March 4th to 10th. Oh, when it comes to instant virtual skills and even instant virtual skills schedule and the well-designed success schedule, when you do the actual thing in during, for example, March 4th to March 10, right? Any time of the day, as long as you open your Facebook every day. Now, who is guilty here in opening their Facebook every day? Everybody, can you type something? Do you open Facebook every day? Tell me, please.
Me, I'm guilty.
Yeah, we're all guilty, right? So, Mac, JB, if you're also going to open Facebook every day, don't ask me for the time. You answer it. When do you open your Facebook? Because the lessons will be inside a private Facebook account that you guys follow. Okay. So if you now open Facebook, you will see the lessons. You will see the instructions. Yes, this is designed exactly like my Instagram courses. 24 hours, you need to log into Facebook. If you don't log in, then you don't see the lesson. But since you're addicted and you're guilty, you will log in. Awesome, right? So that's how you learn. Right? So every week, there are tiny messages every day, not every week, once a month for the whole week. There are tiny messages in Facebook and tiny messages from your group mates. You're going to be given groups. I'm going to assign you to groups and then follow up in your life for design success. Okay? So that's how it works. If you haven't tried it, try it out. It's good. It's really fun. I'm telling you, on the first week, you're gonna love it, and then the second week, you're gonna long for it. Where is it? Where is it? No problem. Because on the fourth week, we're at it again. But instead of talking about personal development on the fourth week, we're gonna be talking about video marketing, sales funnel strategy, and we're gonna talk about those kinds of things on the fourth week. And then after 2 weeks again, there you we're going to be doing the same format, 7-day format again for personal development every month. So that's going to be fun. Hi Brian, thank you for watching again. So do let yourself in on favor join this bundle 7. This is called bundle 7. Okay, the well designed success retreat is free. Get IBS 2018 well designed success together for only 22,000. You deserve it. Okay, I'm done. I think announcing stuff and explaining. I think. Daddy, what are you talking about? Spicy food. So Teddy is saying something about spicy food, and I think I can explain it for you guys. In instant virtual skills, The skills you will learn there are your ice cream. It's called, she likens it to ice cream because when you get into virtual careers and you're not equipped, there's a big risk involved, right? But if you bring ice cream with you, whenever you eat something spicy, you have something that protects you from the pain or the risk. And that's exactly what instant virtual skills is. It's it's like your ice cream to the spiciness of the risk. So if you're afraid of something about virtual careers, afraid of resigning, afraid of starting a new career online, then make sure you have the skills, like in instant virtual careers, that will protect you and give you sweetness. Okay. That's actually amazing. Okay. Dan said, for final clarification, how much are bundle 5 if installment available? So this is open the website. So guys, the website to go to is can somebody help me in Facebook? Type it in the website to go to. I could type it in. Anyway, let's go to the website. It's virtualcareers.com slash 2017 Xmas bundle. Hi. So let me just. Hey, anyone have any questions? Type it in. We're actually almost done. Chuck, thank you so much for joining us today.
Actually, the pleasure is mine, Sir Jomar. It's really an honor.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chuck, I just messaged Chuck 2 days ago, right? Thank you very much, Chuck, for posting that picture of you enjoying your life with your family. How does your wife say that you're always at home now? What does she say?
Um, Actually, she feels more, I guess, secured because before when I was at work, it's just her and the helper and my son. And actually, the reason why I really resigned is because I want to take care of my daughter when she gives birth, when my wife gives birth. And that's actually what I did. When I gave birth last November 10, yeah, I took care of my daughter because my wife had a C-section, so she couldn't really move for the first couple of weeks.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm loving every second, every day, and I'm seeing her grow, literally grow. She's way bigger now compared than 2 months ago.
The baby, I mean, you mean the baby.
Yeah, the baby.
So, I saw your picture with, wife pregnant, small tummy, wife pregnant, big tummy. So, maybe you were talking about that. But the baby, yeah, you're right. You're right. I actually spend most evenings with the baby today, nowadays. Most of the baby. And wow, you left them for 10 years. Wow, this should be revenge, right? Right?
Yep, exactly.
Such so great. It's really great. And yeah, you shouldn't really leave beautiful wives like that, you know, alone at home. Why did you marry her? And anyway, right? Am I right? Am I right? So Janice was asking, how much is the bundle 5? So I just opened the website. Bundle 5 is over here. It's 4375 a month. Okay, so that's bundle 5. Um, you have 11 days before the prices increase. All the prices will increase in 11 days. But the promo to get into the retreat for free, and for full payment of 22,000, that deadline is happening this Friday. So that's only 5 days away. Okay. The website to go to again is here in Christmas bundles. Uh, just wanna finish up by telling you all the great things you can get by just joining any one of the bundles here, because there are a lot. So we're raffling off a iPad Nano, a loaded one. We're raffling off 3 books, The Freedom Journal, Hustle, and the Art of Social Media. We're also raffling off to one really fortunate person 8 books, 8 success books to one person. So that the bookshelf up there, that goes to one human being. Okay? The others, of course, they go to different people. The Freedom Journal, the Hustle, the Social Media, and the iPad Nano. exposed to different people. Right? So these are some of the books you can learn from. And at the same time, we're also raffling out. We're giving away. We're giving away a seminar. Well, actually, it's a two-part webinar series, not a seminar. Financial markets. It's called the Financial Market Investing course. Now, this course, you're not gonna see this course in any one of the seminars or YouTube channels you'll find, because this is my personal understanding and how to understand cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, something you guys are so FOMO'd about, if you know what I mean. And how can you relate that to stock market investing, and how you can learn the complexities of both without me telling you that this is technical, this blah blah blah. I'll teach you how to read charts. I'll teach you how to understand what these stockbrokers are talking about, because most of them, they're not really qualified to teach. I'm telling you. Why? They're just qualified to talk about their trade. But to be qualified to teach about your trade is a big thing. And since I'm learning the trade, right? I've been learning it since 2004, the stock market trade. And I think I got it now. I've gone through so many trainings. The first training I got for stock market was under Robert Cusack, believe it or not. And I got it from him, the very basic ones, but the technical stuff, I really had to figure it out by myself. And I think I'm ready to teach you the framework of learning about financial markets. I'm not going to go into technicals. I'm going to teach you how to understand it. Okay? So that's a big deal. That's a two-part course happening this February. And that's a bonus for anyone who gets any bundle. Okay? It's a big bonus. And of course, another big thing that we're giving away is, if you get, or once you get a bundle, I'm going to give you time. We're going to talk 45 minutes to 1 hour or more, and I'm going to give you one-on-one sessions with me so that I can listen to you, answer your questions. This is worth around 10,000 pesos or 5,000 pesos. This is my one-on-one fee. It's going to be waived. So I'm just going to give you a one-on-one mentoring session, coaching session, if you will, which I've never given away before. Okay, so these are just for our reward for joining the Christmas bundles. Yes, it's crazy. This is how I've always done this. Crazy, crazy offers. Do recognize a great deal when you see it, because it is. Okay? Can you tell me, is it a crazy deal? Is it something great? Not thinking about, can I afford it. Just say in the chat room, that's great. Okay, I'll appreciate it. Hi CJ, hi Teds, and hi Brian again. So I think I'm done. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Ano pa ba? Okay. Thank you so much for doing taking time for being here. Honor your presence, and I know you're not a lot of people, but there's a replay, so I send this video to the people listening, several thousand followers, just a few thousand followers. So not everybody joins us on live, but anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow night for our regular scheduled webinar. Tomorrow night, I will tell you the brand new name. I'm gonna give, finally after 5 years, I'm gonna give a name to this show. So I'll tell you the brand new name of this show, the Monday show. That's not the name, and the brand new format. I'll answer the question now. So, Chuck, are you still there?
Yes, Sir Jomer, I'm still here.
Does your client do Facebook Live? Any one of your clients? Does your client do webinars? So in case you guys encounter a client who does Facebook Live, most of them do, but they also do webinars, and they also want to put their videos on YouTube, right? I don't know if you noticed the format that I'm using for my presentation. Okay, so I'm gonna open it again. In case you don't know, you need to be able to see both Facebook Live and the webinar to appreciate what's different. This is actually the second week I've done this. Okay? So in Facebook Live, you see a screen that is sort of formatted for itself. It's rectangular upright, right? But if you go to webinar, you'll see a screen formatted specifically for a widescreen YouTube video. And I don't know if you've seen this before. Have you seen people do this before? Well, you should be, to be able to see it, you should be watching the show, the online show from two devices. But I'm running it from two devices. So there's the upright slide and there is the uh, widescreen slide. So I'm doing this on purpose actually, okay? Because this is one of the big things you need to think about when you do mobile marketing. A lot of your followers for your clients, a lot of the followers of your clients will be using Facebook, right? Or maybe Instagram. Their screens are upright. The older ones that will be me will be using desktops and the screens are horizontal. So you should be able to cater to both. Okay? That's exactly what I'm doing tonight, today. I'm catering to both the desktop version listeners and the listeners who are in the cell phone. I hope you saw that. That is actually a bonus lesson for everyone. And here's another bonus lesson coming up. Only people in Facebook can see this. Okay, so sorry. There's another bonus lesson there. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna show it. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Joe Hilario with Chuck Cabugoy signing off. I'll see you in the It's a Virtual Skills program and the Well Designed Success program, or I'll see you tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Okay? God bless, guys. Thank you, Chuck. I really appreciate taking time. Greetings to your lovely wife and son and daughter. God bless you guys.
Thank you, Sir Jomar. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Okay, I'll stop the webinar. Thank you for very much for the hearts. I really appreciate whoever's doing that. Hi, Lou. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Levy. Thank you, Ted, Steady, Rafael, Annalisa, uh, Mitch, Kuya Mitch, Rosana. Thank you so much. I'll see you. If you have any questions about the courses, do let me know. The place to go is virtualcareersbook.com/2017 Xmas bundles. Hurry up, time is running out. God bless.